Pete. Have you got a thing you need to run off your motorcycle that has to turn on and off with the key? Do you not quite know where to pull power from? There's a couple of ways to tell. Power on, power off. I've already got a charger down here that I connect directly to the battery because it's to run cameras, it's to charge my phone if I need to, that sort of thing. I'm also going to attach a quick release charging port under the pillion seat, but I've also got like a GPS navigation CarPlay, bike play thing, so because I wasn't blessed with a sense of direction, I like to have navigation aids. So basically what you have to do is find out where you've got power from there and not there. So one place you can look is under the seat. Most bikes have this under the seat. Here's your fuse box. Just separate it from the tray. A bit easier to see what's happening. I'm in Sydney and it's January. It's freaking hot. So I've got the air conditioner on in the garage, so bear with the noise, alright? So what you can do is check all of the wires that are heading to your fuse box. It doesn't have many. And so we've got, oh my goodness. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. I can't get any closer, but you get a 10 amp ignition, a 15 amp high beam. You wouldn't use that because you'll only get power when the high beams are on. 15 amp signal, 15 amp headlight low. That would be a good one because that will be your headlights and your tail light that come on with the key. 10 amp meter, I can't remember what that does, and then your couple of spares that aren't fitted. So if I was just if I had no other option and I just wanted to do it quickly, I would pick up the headlamp low, which you can just follow underneath, and it will be 1, 2 down. There you go, 1, 2 down, and that probably the blue with the white stripe will have power. You can stick a multimeter in there, and if it lights up or you get a voltage when the key's on, that's the one you want. If you want to do it quickly, then somewhere in this shed is a voltmeter. Yeah, you get these off the internet, China. Just pick up an earth. We think it's that blue one, right? So we've got nothing, then we turn on the key, nothing. Put it in the one next to it. Nothing. If it works, it works. So failing, sorry. I had the wrong side. So we've got 12. You just keep poking around until you find one that gives you a voltage. And turn it off, I get 0. Turn it on, we get 12. Sorry, the camera's got the same frame rate as this LED in the bike. That's interesting. Yeah, so you got that. Now you've found a power source that's only got power when the key's on. So quick, easy, you just got to get it done. Do that. What I have found on this particular 2001 SV650 is that under the tank There is a mess of wires in there. You won't believe what's in there. For such a simple bike that doesn't do anything, hasn't even got fuel injection. What it does have, in certain countries, because it's carburetted, in certain countries they come with a carb heater. When you pull vast amounts of air and fuel through a carburetor and it's cold and icy outside, the outside of the carburetors will actually get cold, almost like how a fridge works. And so we don't have it cold enough here in Australia, especially today, because I'm dying. What am I trying to say? So they've already supplied the power to it, because it's cheaper to make a wiring loom to fit the world market and just plug in what you need than to pick and choose and this market gets this wiring loom, blah blah blah. Just make one, it's quick. And I have found that this orange wire here does run back to the battery. Right. Now you can see we got nothing. We turn on the key. And we have our 12.3. So I'm just going to replace that with a different sort of plug. Run that up through the frame here, up there, cable tie it off. I'll probably attach it to the clutch cable, and then when my attachment comes for here, I can fit my CarPlay. My plan is use the SN48 crimps, just little ones. I'll put a male and a female. I'll cut that off. I'll put a male and a female on here, and then I'll put a male and a female on the power cable that has to go up to the dash, and plug it in, maybe put a bit of lecky tape on it, call it done. That'll be a nice, solid, somewhat professional job. First things first, we're never going to need a carb heater, because I am not going to ride in the snow, I can guarantee you that. Might be dumb, but I'm not stupid. Slip a bit of that. Snip. Snip a bit of that. The old twisteroo. Then it's actually a good idea to put these on first. I always make the male one the negative, so that if it touches something, it's not a big deal, because the male one doesn't stick out. You ever used one of these? Put your fitting in, pop your wire in until the insulation just goes through, and squeeze. And you've got yourself a crimp that looks factory. Isn't that nice? That floats my boat. And then the power side. Positive. Same idea. Push it in. Jump it off. A little to make sure. Okay. That's why you give it a little make sure. I made sure it didn't fit. Let's just get another one. We'll put it on the... So these have different sizes. I'll put it in the tighter one. It'll crimp it down harder. I always err to the largest size I can get away with, because sometimes it'll over crimp it and it ends up really ugly. That'll be fine. And so we've got a positive and a sad ready to go. And we'll grab the other part that came with the gadget. It came with connections to go straight to your battery, but I don't really like that. I like to... Yeah, I'll have my charging port straight to the battery on a fuse. I'll have the charger into the bike straight to the battery on a fuse. But with this sort of thing, it's nice if it comes on and off with the bike. Just nip them off. We'll use all of it. Nip them off. Our when we go into that, the female will be the sad and the power will be the male. And yes, we have genders in electricity. If we had non-gender specific electricity, the bike would burn down. James the cameraman's trying not to shake the camera. But I'm not being politically correct, as usual. Put that in there. In there. So female, so that's our sad. That's ironic. Insulation fell off. Don't forget to put your insulating sleeve on. And male. Sometimes you need to just squeeze them in a little bit when you're using the tight one. Oh yeah, that's tighter than the other one. They're using a heavier cable on the power. This is just a AliExpress GPS job. It's pretty good. I had a little teething problem with it, but they helped me out. So now we'll just poke this up through the frame if we can. Without taking the airbox off, because if you've ever taken the airbox off a Suzuki SV3 650, you'll know why I don't want to. I'll come through next to where I want to go, and next time I'll pull the fairing off, we'll reroute it. Ah, come on! Oh! There it is. Gotcha. And then it comes through there. And then I'll bring that up there like that. Underneath all of that stuff. And up underneath the handlebars. And I think I'll just attach it onto there for now. And on the little bracket there. That will be fine. Then we'll whip that up. Blah blah blah. That will then attach to that. And that will attach to that. And in theory, when I plug this in to that, and I turn on the key, boom, welcome. The Chinese can spy on me. Woohoo! I won't record tying all that up, you're not idiots. But I just thought I'd show you an option of getting keyed power on your motorbike. They're all pretty much the same thing. Cheers guys.